couples, they don't fight about small things. They fight about what the small things actually mean. The dishes may mean, hey, I feel alone and unseen. The late text may mean, I don't feel important. I don't feel loved. The tone may actually mean, I don't feel respected or honored. Welcome to Love Talk, the Amish Matchmakers. We help Amish singles find godly spouses, build epic marriages, and create generational legacy rooted in faith, freedom, and above all else, love. Today, we're talking about why couples fight about small things and how wise people solve the real issue. Conflict is often carrying a deeper emotion. So, people actually argue and have conflict over little things through symbols. These are just symbols. There's three reasons why small fights happen. Unseen needs, accumulated stress, and old wounds get activated. So there's three things we're going to talk about today. Let's talk first about those unseen needs. What sounds like annoyance may really be people needing help. The need for appreciation, need for closeness, need for even reassurance. Many complaints are actually requests in disguise. You're not hearing me. How about accumulated stress? When stress is high, patience lowers, tone sharpens, reaction increases. It's real. The small issue becomes a spark and a potential fire. Tired people will actually fight harder. Did you realize that? It's true. Tired people fight harder. I actually can attest to this personally. Man, when I am tired and long day, my patience lowered, and I Chantel often tells me, it's your tone, babe. It's the how you communicate. It's not what you're saying. What you're saying is good. Your language is really good. It's how. It's the tone behind it. It's really, really important that we know and understand our tone and what it does to people, especially when you have a powerful presence, as my wife often says I do. Okay, number three, old wounds get activated. A present moment can touch an old feeling. You've being ignored and not respected, not chosen. You feel controlled. And guess what? Really, what's going on is a trauma or a trigger from your childhood, a reaction to something that happened when you were in your formative years. And all of a sudden, your spouse, or you're either the target or you're triggered and they're the target, your spouse is. That's why the reaction feels bigger than the actual event. Like, whoa, I left my socks on the floor, didn't put them in the laundry basket. What in the world? Or, oh my gosh, I, you know, left the lid off the toothpaste. Oh my goodness, I left the toilet seat up. What is it that happens for you in your relationship or people and things in your relationship where they're just totally put off by the thing that you do? Today's argument may be touching yesterday's pain, yesterday's trauma. We have some core activities, three core activities to be exact, that are beneficial. We call them core lifelong activities that you will do. If you are wise, you'll learn them, do them for the rest of your life, and it will help you to get over things, to get through the trauma, to get through the hurt, the pain, the triggers. You don't want to get stuck in that story of being a victim. So Triggers to Triumph helps you get through that. It's a perfect framework for what we're talking about today. Because the dirty dishes, the short tone, the forgotten task, or the thing that you didn't do, you didn't take out the trash, That is not really the problem. That is just the trigger, that spark that creates the fire. When in real life, it is a trauma from the past or something that just touched. So when we go from being triggered, understand it's a trauma, we can have empathy. We can have validation versus defending myself or arguing. We can walk in triumph by knowing that I have the ability to create a new story with them and with for myself too as well. And a different response creates a different story. Because again, when someone's triggered and they're coming at you and they're upset and they're angry and you become the target, oftentimes then it provokes a reaction of what they're used to, of that trauma, but they come at you so strong and you actually then respond so strong, and it then confirms that their victim or their challenge is real and true. Same with yourself. When you experience something and it's a little thing, but yet it feels so big, so much bigger. It feels like, wow, this is just unbearable. And you attack that person, your wife, your friends, it's usually then creates them to come back at you just as strong. You reap what you sow. You're going to put out what you put out. It's equal and opposite typically comes back unless someone has the wisdom and understanding to disrupt. And that's what we're trying to convey to you today. The triumph is to pause, to have understanding, to ask questions and respond wisely. That's the triggers to triumph. Daily, like application of understanding and knowing. There's something deeper here. Epic 30, our Epic 30 process. Well, this is being proactive and being disciplined and building patience, order, and follow through this Epic 30 process. You're becoming disciplined in the things of gratitude, in the things of honor, in the things of speaking life, in the things of releasing, receiving, and giving. It's creating the flow, a beneficial flow. And again, this is where it's proactive to address those things that you're feeling or to address the lack of feeling gratitude and honor and edification. Through this process, we're reminded of it. Through this process, we're touched and feel the love and connection with my spouse. So many fights reduce when consistency rises. If I'm consistently giving her love and honor and blessing, daily routine through Epic 30, it actually is proactive and helps us to really change our response mechanism, reprogram us, even in things that we do and how we react. This Epic 30 really makes a difference. Now, let's talk about our third and final core activity that is beneficial for even helping against small things and arguments for conflict resolution. Well, MVP is mission, vision, peculiar, knowing who I am and understanding my identity and what I'm building, and then collaborating with my spouse, collaborating with my girlfriend, collaborating with my fiance about our missions and seeing how our missions line up and the things that we do show us that we're on the same team. It literally, if you're in a fight and a conflict, you feel like you're facing each other and you're going at it. And this is again a visual of like, okay, once I realize it's some sort of trauma from childhood, and I ask questions to get clarity and understand what's really going on. It's like you slide over on her side of the table, and you're facing that challenge together as a team, united. We are one. We are on the same team. It does make a difference when you see that, believe that, and understand that, and walk it out. Confidence. The three C's of intimacy, the three C's of connection, three C's of love. Deeper, more intimate love comes from the three C's. And the three C's, confidence, communication, commitment. Well, how does that apply here? Well, when you are staying calm and feeling, the confidence, you are then able to stay calm. When you have understanding of the triggers to triumph, when you have knowledge of who you are as a man, you will be more confident and you will stay calm through the process. And then the communication improves too. You're flexing that muscle. You're more confident. You stay calm in that situation. And then you communicate better. You don't clam up. You don't just, give the silent treatment or turn your back on her or walk away. You ask good questions for clarity, for unity. And it's fascinating because God says in his word that he hates division, right? He hates division. He loves and requires unity and connection, love and affection. That's what he's all about. He is love. So when we ask questions, better questions, we get clarity, we can bring unity, and we can become on the same team. And then commitment. We're committed for the long haul. We're going to solve this problem together. We are a team. We are victorious when we work together. We can get more done. So when tension rises, what can we ask? What is this really about? What's really going on? Are you okay? How are you doing? I can tell that your emotions are really strong. I want to understand what's really going on here. How are you doing? See, what's interesting is when you are working on Triggers to Triumph, MVP, Epic 30, these three core activities in your life, this gives you opportunities as well because you're meeting every morning as a couple or you're communicating in the morning, and it makes all the difference in your relationships for connection, love, and affection. Then you can ask, what happened here? What did this mean to you? What do you need now? These questions can change everything because you're not saying, why are you acting this? What's wrong with you? You're saying what happened. You're trying to gain understanding, gain clarity. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. These questions can change everything. I can hear you. Hi. I see your comments. Can you say hi if you hear me? I do hear you, but saying hi. It is live. I'm not a robot or AI. I really am here live. And I love interaction that people have with me. So thank you for that interaction. Um, Oftentimes we want to say, you never help me, or you always, when you hear yourself in an argument saying absolutes, I will almost guarantee 100% of the time you are triggered. There's some kind of trigger or underlying deeper issue or trauma, and that makes you say absolutes in the sense of always, never, everything. Do you follow me? Where it's an absolute, because it is not ever an absolute, actually. There's never an always. What's happening is you're feeling all these ways that you were hurt through your childhood, through formative years, potentially this trauma that's been repeated throughout your life. And so it feels like it's always. It feels like never do you get loved or support. Never do you get heard. Something you can try that is better communication. Here's something I want you to try this out today. I've been feeling overwhelmed and I would love the support. I've been feeling this way and I would love this. I I'd love, I need a little bit of understanding here. I need a little bit of support. Follow me? It's different when you take the pressure off of them and you say, hey, this is what I've been feeling. I'm feeling overwhelmed. Would you support me? Or I would love some support in this situation. I'd love to be heard. I'd love to just release some stuff because I'm just overwhelmed right now. I need some validation. And then knowing what validation is and practicing that. We've talked about that a lot here. So wise couples solve the meaning, not just the moment. They don't stay stuck in the emotions of the moment. They solve and understand the meaning of what's really happening. We are people who choose understanding over reaction and teamwork over tension. We are people who choose understanding over reaction and teamwork over tension. Would you please hit subscribe and tap the bell so more singles and more couples can hear these conversations? It's very beneficial. I appreciate each and every one of you that have been following us and subscribe to our channel, or commenting and making reposting our Facebook posts here and these videos on Facebook and YouTube. And I'm just asking, would you be willing to go ahead and like, subscribe, share it with others? It does matter. You make a difference when you do that. And hey, if we have made, if some of this stuff is making sense and you participate, that's so awesome. It makes all the difference. Which causes more fights in your relationships? Stress, unseen needs, or wounds? Love to hear about that and hear what you're facing with. And what is it that helps you calm down the fastest? What is it you do that calms you down and causes you to have a better response in a conflict? Lots of great tools out there, lots of great wisdom out there. We do our best to simplify it into being proactive instead of reactive. We simplify it with our 3 core activities to help you have a better marriage. We do. We help Amish singles to find godly spouses, create epic marriages, and develop a legacy, create a generational legacy that is rooted in faith, freedom, and above all else, love. I'm Carlos. We are known as the Amish Matchmakers, not because we're Amish, but because we actually help Amish singles. We got into a niche during COVID in 2020, and we love it. We love the people, we love the culture, and we're grateful to be a part of that amazing Anabaptist community. And I hope this finds you well. I hope you're doing great. Please share this, like, and post and comment. It makes a difference. All right. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow around 6:30, 6:45, actually. We're going to continue on the series at the men's Bible study that I go to, where I've been talking about creation code. Hey, what day is tomorrow? Day 7, day of rest. It's going to be phenomenal. Hope you'll tune in, comment, post, like.